How about a ghost story to go with the snow? What's the hurry?
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then.
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal dominance. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention and the other to circle around behind enemy lines. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole—
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can—
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely they must—
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come—
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask—
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them—
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Watch yourselves. We'll be back short—
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help—
There is no escape!
Crash.
Don't get frostbite.
Have a load of this.
Torn to oblivion!
Let's end this quickly.
Ninjutsu!
Illusion shattered!
This was well done.
Now you shall perish!
What's the freeze? This moment will be frozen in time.
Need to hurry up. This was well done.
This isn't good.
Roasted fried.
Dodge this!
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire. An arson attack. Curse them. They leave us no choice but to attack. Comrades, let's make them regret it. I see through you.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Inazuma shall be determined!
We've only just begun.
Dodge this!
Went too far.
Come on out!
Cool it!
Torn to oblivion!
It isn't time for now. Can this be? My work.
Gotta dodge!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen.
There is no escape! Ha! Now you shall perish!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the Let Paimon see? Oh, wow!
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for—
Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build—
The spirit of the resistance is— Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know what—
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble.
Sounds good! Paimon was just ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish 2? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see— Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people, I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, and all the more so now that you're back, seriously.
What a nice guy. Let's go have some...
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about to...
Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and planned...
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency.
Shh! Keep your voice down, someone...
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back! Do you think we should tell the Captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of our closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talk...
I'm sure the Captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But...
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with... I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here.
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi! There you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no...
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take Matsuda, Uchimura. I understand that you're concerned for the safety of... But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity.
Of course! I can explain. I'm a trader on the island. So naturally, I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling and... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in...
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? I suppose it is true. What's that?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like... But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard...
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in... But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the... Sir, are you quite certain that you're...
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout...
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the...
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a hilichurl camp. Who knows?
Looks pretty heavily...
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives our enemies in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store, if we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the...
Wow, that's our grand strategist!
That will depend on our assessment of our own ability. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But if we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. There's the swordfish captain I know. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior. We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve...
Allow me!
Shine down!
Cool it! Prepare yourself! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
There is no escape!
Cool it!
Torn to oblivion!
The king is overthrown! Only the pawns remain.
Shine down!
Dodge this!
Rebuild!
Don't be a killjoy!
Free! Oh, so sorry.
Illusion shattered!
Can't run! Eat up, roasted fried!
Shine down!
Killjoy! Looks like I just begun. What to...
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics!
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a hilichurl camp. What's their objective? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story...
Alright, time to take... So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! This is way too dangerous! We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the... Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was, by contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission, in all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and...
Don't worry. I had already in my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. If he had taken the time to read the decree...
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged... the low energy...
Huh?
Nothing. Come on, it's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against...
Got it! First we mend the peace.
What's the hurry?
No escape! Illusion shattered! Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. No pain, no gain. There is no escape!
Should've been this! Don't be a killjoy! You've only just begun! Have a load of this! You can't run! Well, what's the time heat? You need a
Inazuma shines
killjoy!
eternal!
We've only just begun!
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
Shine down!
Looks like I went too far.
Dodge this!
Roast and fry!
Now you shall perish!
This one's well done!
Come on out!
Freeze!
Roast and fry!
Oh, so sorry.
You need to hurry up! This one's well done!
Dodge this!
Fry! You need to hurry up!
Freeze!
This one's well done!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
You need to hurry up! Roasted! Feels clogged!
Quite the find.
Dodge this! What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
My goods! You got him back. Thank you, Your Excellency. And you see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have...
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. And...
apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is... You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time...
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryo Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the I know, that's a lot to...
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. But I know the peace talks are coming up, so...
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it for... I'm going to take these items back to the sun... Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized... But after she struck down our protector deity, relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy... Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear.
Thanks for your...
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun, if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful...
I know, it's just... we should remain...
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options...
Wonderful. We're all counting...
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sen... I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency direct... I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya...
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you...
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the captain of Swordfish...
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the Are you alright? This kind of thing is...
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been...
Oh! We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic! You never... I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your...
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely.
I see. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance.
Yay! The victory feast!
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which...
Great! See you tomorrow! Kokomi isn't here? That's weird. How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find... heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up.
It's you. I apologize.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right...
No. It's nothing.
You run on energy?
No. It's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the... To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone... You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, but because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess. So whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparation. I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about half...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all these petitions. So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya Events cash flow statement? consolidated annual report on... This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write. Let's try... Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today, and...
That's just, give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it over. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually.
Kokomi? Oh no! She's following us tonight to the victory feast! Not to mention that the peace talks are just around... You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted.
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see? What time is...
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's...
I can't... I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there.
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to...
Catch the wind.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give...
Oh, how much energy will that...
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you...
That's great! We'll be rooting for...
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that recently our war with the Shogun's army came to an end. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, this feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's...
Okay, sure!
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace. Recently, well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just... We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly cooked.
Oh, no!
Come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight.
Okay, well...
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days, always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He's scared. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal.
What's the hurry?
Let's get down to business.
Freeze!
Illusion shattered!
Cool it! Don't get frostbite!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Fury! Oh my god!
Shine down!
To the fairy! Fascinating.
This guy's...
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon.
Nuh-uh! We would never run from a fight!
That's so. All anyone talks about the... Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh, this guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal... What do you think? Are we...
We'll see about that.
With the wind!
You're a strong fighter. No wonder you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade. We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick! You're telling us you... What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou...
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why what's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another... We are the Resistance. Everything hinges... We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun. Well, surely you agree with that.
His point does kinda make sense. But something about it... Yeah! Everything you said just us now is... Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked...
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of it for the sake of victory. We embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission? I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sangon...
Too late? What are you... Darn. Doesn't seem like... What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
What's the hurry?
A few the whole thing about the Tenryou Commission colluding with they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were... I think I understand what Kozin means when he said the talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over...
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new... It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryou Commission's guards and, not to mention, that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot.
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Well, the piece here. Take... These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way...
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack. Wow, there are so many! But you...
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. Excellent! been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time—
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. He's here to bear witness. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards security.
Seems reasonable. Then let's... The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for... We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accord...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from any losses they sustain due to issues of public security. We'll need...
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure...
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smooth.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in what economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission up...
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade, not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan, if they...
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi...
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for...
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already! Comrades! Never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madam Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
Last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi—
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this—
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion, as...
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned at the time I felt like we could give it a try.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, might I remind you that this is the Fatui. You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever. So...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us...
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep... One day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs.
But of course, Madam Kujo. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as for the trade issues we raised. I will discuss options with the Yashiro.
Seems like Kujo-sara's on the defensive now.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your action. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks. Unfortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory.
I understand your sentiments. But you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequence. During the war, there were highs and there were lows. And in the end, there was a glorious victory. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't—
But—
I understand, I do. And the fault is, it was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing on—
Very well. Then I hereby declare that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping what you and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the train—
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive, and I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at—
Thank you!
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro, and if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reason.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus— Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report—
I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island when— recovering. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, in the past, I was concerned only with winning, but I realized now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. If I can't make it short, I've still got some maturing to do.